Well, welcome back everyone to yet another mod showcase. It's always so great to have you guys here. I'm not even sure if it's still season 4 anymore. I really have just lost absolute track of time. But all things being said, we have a lot of awesome mods to get into. As always, we have a lot of awesome creators coming back and even reviving some from older times. But all that being said, I just want to say before we get started, of course modding is not officially endorsed by Frontier. When you mod, you do mod at the risk of your own game, but if you follow all the instructions correctly, you're going to be modding with a breeze. Now, before we actually get started, there is one mod right over there that does require ASCII. ASCII? I don't even know how to pronounce it, but anyways, it is essentially a mod enabler. It's essentially just a tick button that says, yes, you can do this. It was developed by Inaki. Long story short, Nick has a better video about it that he released a couple of days ago, so definitely do check that out. But all things being said, we're off to show off some really awesome animals, starting with the Blackback Jackal. Now, this one was released a while ago. It was made by originally Haruka, but essentially it was reworked and revamped by both me and Jen. We really wanted to bring this beautiful little creature back, and unfortunately Haruka did leave the community. It is very sad and we miss her greatly, but we wanted to make sure that her legacy carried on, especially with the beautiful mods that she created, especially with the Blackback Jackal. If you guys don't know, the Black-backed Jackal, try saying that 5 times fast. It is a beautiful little canine from Africa. These guys are absolutely adorable. I love the Zoopedia pics of them. They came out so incredibly well. And yeah, that's essentially it. They're just very beautiful creatures. They're very iconic by like their beautiful black backs, of course, with white streaks on top of there. They're just very interesting creatures, and look at them eat that piece of meat. Oh my god, that's wild. These guys are, I don't know if you guys have ever played Hunter Call of the Wild. I know that they're pretty popular in there in like the Serengeti map. I don't really know how it goes, but these guys are just really freaking swell. So if you do want to get some African canines in your zoo, these guys are perfect for that. But moving on from there, we also have an African carnivore. This one is extremely iconic, and no, it is not by me. I do apologize, Jen. You know how much I love your stuff. And how could I ever do you a disservice like that? It's by you, Jen. I apologize. But the honey badger is making its beautiful, beautiful tribute comeback. I don't even know. I'm just stringing some words together here. And it looks insane. So, of course, with the badger, of course, someone had to make a honey badger, and I'm so happy it was Jen. And they even use a burrow, and there he goes. Not sure what's happening there. I think he just kind of freaked out, but they are based off of the European badgers, so they will use the burrows, and they're just really freaking cute. Oh my god. I recently was so lucky to see these guys at Naples Zoo. They're just such cute and interesting little animals, and look at these faces. You know that this honey badger does not give a shit about you. I love these guys so much. But yeah, they're also known as the Rattel. These guys are mustelids found in Africa, and they're just really freaking awesome. That's a picture that Jen took. She always takes such good ones. Oh my gosh. And they're also found in Asia as well, which is extremely interesting. They are very adaptable to so many different biomes, so they can fit in a bunch of different settings or habitats that you do set up for them, which makes them extremely versatile, which makes me love them even more. So moving on from there, amazing job, Jen, as always. You never cease to amaze us. And speaking of amazing, we have Narwhaler back again, bringing over a Zoo Tycoon 1 classic with the Japanese serow. If you guys don't know, I personally love Zoo Tycoon 1, not only because of, like, you know, the gameplay itself, but also the incredible roster. Look at the baby! It's so tiny! But the Japanese serow is a very unique, I think it's a bovid. I know it's an ovis, right? I don't know. We gotta check the Zoopedia for all this stuff. I never know anything, and you guys always make fun of me for it in the comments down below, and it always makes me so sad. But look at this beautiful, beautiful map. Narwhaler, you never cease to amaze me. But yeah, these guys are usually found solitary. They're very beautiful. But yeah, they're a goat antelope, if that makes any sense to you at all. Yep, they're a bovidae, so that's very awesome as well. But look at this. Look how fluffy they are. But yeah, I really did love Zoo Tycoon 1 for very, very unique animal choices, and this one in particular, the serow, is one that always eluded me for some reason, because I was like, who would even want these guys in their zoo as a kid? I was like, I was always putting in those tigers, elephants, and stuff like that, those crocodiles, but nowadays, I find these guys so beautiful, especially because of their unique location. I don't know, they're just very, very interesting animals. So if you guys do want to build a Japanese-inspired section of your zoo, definitely do check out Narwhaler's stuff. He has you covered. And moving on from there, we have a lot of other awesome animals. You guys just took a quick little peek at that. This one is just one from way back in the day. This is the Chinling Panda by Haruka. I brought it back to life recently just because, you know, I thought it was very amazing and still needed a little bit of a fighting chance. But these guys are a subspecies of panda that are mostly recognized by their brown coloration. And if we actually do get the albino out here, we could see just what I mean by that. Hopefully this guy will, you know, give us a good example. I think this will actually show it off pretty well. But yeah, they do have this kind of like light chocolate kind of look. And yeah, that's pretty much all they're really known for. They're just brown pandas, and they're really cute. I personally hate pandas. I don't really like them all that much because they're not too common and they're very restricted in terms of which zoo can have them. So I don't really gas myself up in terms of what I tend to like when it comes to these kinds of guys. But I will be seeing them soon in person at the Chinling. But I'm very excited to see that. But they're so cute. I never actually take the time to actually appreciate their animations. They're so adorable. I don't know, I just really wish they were more common in zoos, that way I'd appreciate them even more. But over here we have the blue tilapia, which is actually a very common feeder fish. These guys are practically farmed all across the world because of how practical they are for fishing and sustainable agriculture, not agriculture, but aquaculture. And they're a African species, which makes them even cooler. So this one is a blue tilapia in particular. You can tell that because of the stripes they have on their sides, and I don't know, they're just relatively awesome fish. You guys, if you are hoping to make like hippo habitats, you could house these guys with hippos. I know that usually works out. You might even be able to house these guys with crocodiles. They may eat them, but it's still a really awesome like interspecies bonus. I don't have the interspecies bonus in there for these guys, but it will work out pretty well if you do house them with hippos. It was originally rigged by Buff Zoo, so we always gotta give some love to our #1 fish guy over there. An amazing job to him on that one. This one is so beautiful. I think it came from Fishing Planet, which is just really awesome for models. And we also have a couple more guys in here. We are gonna look at the fish first. We have the giant grouper, or at least the Atlantic giant grouper. These guys are big boys. So of course these guys are found in the Atlantic Ocean. They're found on both coasts, from both Africa to North America and South America actually, and they're very iconic by like their huge mouths. Oh my god. I think these are actually the kinds of groupers that keep the fish in their mouth as a way to protect them while they're growing up, which is very, very cool. So that's awesome. Oh my gosh. And they just move incredibly well. I know a lot of people don't really like the fish mods all that much, but they do just give such a new dimension to the game. I feel like more people need to open themselves up to it. But you know what everyone loves? Penguins. You know what I love more than penguins? Clone animals. And this one in particular is a Magellanic penguin. Okay, I apologize. I can't pronounce things correctly. You may be saying, Leaf, what the hell? This is just a Humboldt, or this is just an African. Well, Nick taught me that the band right in the middle of their neck is what separates the Magellanic penguins from the other banded penguins. Banded penguins kind of have the same shape as African penguins. They have like the beautiful black and white coloration going on. You guys can tell them right when you see them. But, as I was saying before, these guys are made by Nicholas Lionrider. You guys may have heard of him. He's pretty cool. But they're just such cool little creatures. I really do love them so much. And if you guys are hoping to have some South American flair, these guys are perfect for that. I love the Zoopedia I took for them. But they're more so found in South America. You know, around like Chile, Argentina. They're found in the Falklands. It's just very cool where they're from. And I think they're also found in Brazil sometimes, so that's awesome. Moving on through here, we also have the Japanese raccoon dog. Speaking of our Asian species, these guys are really cool and made by a wonderful new modder called Ginger Toast. They recently found their way into the community and came in strikingly awesome. And when they posted their Japanese raccoon dog, oh, look at them go. I just had to help him out and code this guy for him. But of course, I had to rework it just a smidge, you know, nothing too crazy. I wanted to get the iconic white band going across their neck, but we will be working with Ginger Loaf, not Ginger Loaf, I'm mixing up my modders over here. Ginger Toast in the future. They have a Rhea that they're working on right now. They have a Tegu. In fact, I'll show it off. I'll even give it a little bit of a look. We're not even going to tell you guys about this one, but I just want to show it off because it really is pretty amazing. But look at these guys. Oh my gosh. They're so adorable. So they are also known as the Tanuki. If you guys have ever played Animal Crossing, these guys are exactly what Tom Nook is based off of. I know it may not look the same, but they are very adorable nonetheless. And look at them go. I love them so much. I'm not sure how common they are in North American zoos. Look at them go. They're so adorable. Yeah, I'm not sure how common they are in North American zoos, but they are pretty interesting. And speaking of common in North America zoos, this is the Argentinian black and white tegu. They are a very common pet species, but they're also extremely common within the zoo trade. I know Capron Park Zoo has these guys. I think Roger Williams may have these guys as ambassador animals, but they are really freaking cool. They're just such beautiful creatures. And you can tell them, obviously, from their black and white coloration, they're just very awesome creatures. But that's about all I'm going to show you right now. We're just going to release them to the wild, say goodbye. And yeah, that's about it right there. We also have another Gen mod, as always. Oh my gosh. And we have the European Wolverine. So you guys may already know that Gen made a Wolverine based off of the Binturong. They're leaving their habitat right now, but we should be able to catch them on the outgo. But we also have the European Wolverine right now, and it looks absolutely amazing. We'll just wait for them to come out. Any minute now, actually. Still waiting. Okay, maybe they're just stuck in there. I don't really know what's happening. Okay, there they go. So, he should be coming out right now. I love the burrows so much. They're such awesome pieces. Like, Frontier really outdid themselves with that one. It's so cool. It's such a simple mechanic when you actually take a look at it, but it's still so worthwhile. So, of course, the European Wolverine is a mustelid once again from Europe. These guys are a subspecies. They're called Golo Golo Golo, or Gulo Gulo Gulo. I don't really know how you pronounce it. I just love that their scientific name is the same thing 3 times. But look at them. They're so colorful. I really do love them for that. And they're very crazy. They have these very sharp claws that they use to like climb trees and stuff. Unfortunately, this one does not climb trees, so that is a little bit of a shame. But look at them. I don't know, nothing crazy. I always do love seeing more small animals, and I can't wait to get some Wolverines in here. Oh, that's such a good pose right there. Oh my gosh, I gotta show Jen this. This is so cool. But these guys are really, really insane. So if you are hoping to have a quite underrated carnivore in your zoo, definitely do check out the European Wolverine. They're so beautiful. And moving on through here, we also have a few iguana morphs. These ones were originally made by Pure Winter way back in the day, but I finally found the chance to actually make them into new species. Do keep in mind, by the time this goes out, I should already publish a change where, you know, you can kind of see that these guys are staying still right now. I will get that fixed. If not, by the time that this video goes out, definitely like the next week, because it does kind of bug me, but these guys are really freaking cool. This is a fire variant, which means it kind of looks like fire. Very much like the Galapagos iguanas. I think they kind of use from, like, I don't know, some inspiration from there. These guys can be found in the real pet trade. I don't know how often they are found, but it's just a really awesome thing to have. As well as the, and I'm going to butcher this pronunciation, Axanthic? I don't really know, but they're just pretty much blue. I think it just means when they have more blue coloration pigment than green itself. I just think that's really awesome. I don't know, just really bright color variants that will certainly brighten up your South America sections or something like that, your reptile houses, whatever you guys want. Listen, the world is your oyster. Now moving on through here, we also have the Sunda Slow Loris by Jen. I'm so happy that this one is out because it is the cutest thing in the world. Moving on right over here. They have these beautiful, striking, big ol' eyes that just look at you with like the cutest little expressions. And just the texture work on here is amazing. The Slow Loris is a very, very unique animal. I don't know, just really awesome creature to have in the game. They're an Asian species, Southeast Asian to be specific. And look at the baby right there. Oh my gosh. Amazing work, Jen, as always. You'd always do such amazing work. And last but not least, you guys already saw this in a video the other day, but we do have the Manga Stripper by NDP. This one is probably my favorite just because of how well it works. These guys are really freaking funny. Oh my gosh. So if you guys are hoping to have a little bit of a joke zoo, these guys are perfect for that. Even a realistic zoo, you just sneak one of these guys in an exhibit and no one will be none the wiser. Maybe he can even be a little bit of an sussy imposter or something. I don't know. But yeah, they are based off of the King Penguin, and this is the first ASCII mod to ever be released that uses ASCII, so you do need to have ASCII installed for this mod to work. But that's essentially it for this week's showcase. Amazing work to NDP on this, by the way. He did all the shoes custom. He found the model, but he did such an awesome job at making it work in Planet Zoo that it really must not go unnoticed. He also has so many awesome names for these guys. He even did like custom clades and stuff like that. I don't really know. He did a really fucking awesome Zoopedia. Even the Zoopedia map is amazing. There's so much love into this joke mod that you guys all really do need to download it to check it out, even just for the names themselves. I mean, listen, Amongosaurus, you got Chungus, you got I'm Pasta. There's a lot of awesome things in there, but definitely do let me know your favorites in the comments down below. We had a really awesome week this week in terms of mods, but easily my favorite, I don't know, I think it's got to go to the Blackback Jackal. These guys are awesome, and I'm so lucky to be able to have worked on it with Jen and Haruka. But all things being said, let me know your favorites in the comments down below, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Take care and have the most wonderful of wonderful days. Bye-bye now.